Welcome to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries, our good friends up in Lynn. If you're looking for a job or maybe a part-time job, go see our good friends at Astro Industries. And we would like to say thank you to Astro Industries as tonight ends their 2-year commitment for sponsorship of the Knights Broadcasting Network and also Knightline Live. We appreciate everything you've done for us, and hopefully we've helped you. I'm Jerry Middleton, and with me tonight, well, let's put it this way. One of my favorite co-hosts, Brooklyn Lee. Brooklyn, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're doing great? Well, at least you didn't call me Rick tonight, so we're off to a rousing start. So, tonight, of course, the weather outside is, man, has it been cold and snow still on the ground. Have not heard if we're going to be out of school in the morning for a little bit, but fingers crossed. The next thing is, school was out today, but the Knightline staff of the Knights Broadcast Network, they were hard at work to bring you tonight's show. What have we got on tonight, Brooklyn?
All right, don't fret. We're still live.
All right.
But tonight we got lots of wrestling this week, and also our girls basketball team had the week off, so and the boys played a game last week.
And the boys played at Eastern Hancock, and we'll talk about that as we get a little further down in here. And so, I guess the big thing around here locally is IU football.
Oh, yeah.
IU football. Mendoza wins the Heisman to the disgruntled people of Vanderbilt, who, well, that wasn't pretty. Yeah. But anyway, Mendoza wins, and you can't take that away from him. The team goes undefeated for the first time since, IU football's inception, I think 150 years ago. So you can't take that away from him. And we were talking earlier that he almost didn't come to IU.
Yeah.
And so what's the background story on that?
So, yeah, he had been going to a school in California, and his brother played for IU, his younger brother, and he just convinced him to come, I guess. So that's how that started.
I'll tell you what, I wish my brother had convinced me to go someplace else besides here, but here I am.
Wow.
Yeah, I hear you. So, little NFL stuff. Now, the Colts. Let's talk Colts right now. A 44-year-old quarterback who hadn't played in 1,800 days, I think is what they said, comes out and almost leads the Colts to victory. Now, what do you think about, and he was a football coach at a high school. What do you think about that?
I mean, he was a high school football coach, so I think what we really need to say is, come on, Wes Oler. We need Wes Oler to step it up. I want to see you out on the field next week.
Whoa! I'll tell you what, Brooklyn Lee for day 2 has called it out to Wes Oler. You better get out there, Wes, because Brooklyn Lee's hunting for you. So, all right. So the Colts lose in a heartbreaker, back-to-back bomb field goals. And they said today that the Colts kicker, before the last kick, he was so nauseous he went over and sniffed smelling salt. Then get him pumped back up so he wouldn't pass out on the field. And then he kicks that big field goal. The Bengals, they lost. No surprise there, I guess. For any Bengal fans out there, too bad. The Bears, however, now I'm a Bears fan. No, I am not. But the Bears, they win and win big.
Yeah.
And so the Bears, like they're going to take it off. And with that, now, here comes the best one. Now, we know that you're here tonight and Rick's not here.
Yeah.
And we know why.
Yep. He's too sad. He's devastated.
He's devastated that the Patriots lost. They had this lead, a sizable lead, and here come, what Buffalo do. They came charging back and obliterated the Patriots in the second half.
Hey, have a heart up there, will you?
It was a rough day. And speaking of having a heart, who's our executive producer tonight?
Mr. Rick Fletcher.
And at this point in time, I hope we're still on the air. But we haven't hit commercials yet. But when we do, it's going to happen. Now
Hold on tight.
The Chiefs Mahomes gets hurt. I guess it's an ACL injury, so he'll be out until next. Well, I don't know if he'll even be back in time for training camp at that. But the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, the first time in 10 years, I believe, or 11 years, that they've been out of the playoffs. So that's, I don't know. So
Sad
that's
for those Chief fans.
pretty much our NFL update of stuff. Now, also rumor has it that you might be my color analyst Saturday night, girls basketball against the Anderson Indians. Is that just a rumor, or can that be somewhat confirmed?
As of now,
As of now.
it's a rumor.
That's
But-
a rumor.
I have to check my schedule.
You gotta check. You have your people call
My personal
people.
chauffeur.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta call your chauffeur. I'm assuming that's your mom. There you go. Well, someday you'll be old enough to drive.
June.
June. There
Yeah.
we go. So all you people out there, when June rolls around, don't get on the roads. Hey, we're going to take a quick break here, I think. And when we come back, we're going to have wrestling coaches, Mr. Crawl and Mr. Baker. I see him back here in the green room trying to look good. And that might be a stretch. What do you think?
I think we'll have to see when we come back.
Okay, we'll be right back after these words from on the Knights Broadcasting Network. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck. When the professional's vehicle gets sick, they go to All Around Auto Repair and Sales, located in Fountain City. Their SAE certified technicians work on foreign, domestic, and those fun diesels. Work van not feeling good? Or maybe the family car. And don't forget about the weekend warrior. Go to All Around Auto, 408 US 27 Fountain City. It's good medicine for your car.
Looking for some good local barbecue? Well, look no further, because Ann and the Pigs has arrived. We got tips, ribs, chicken, and our fan favorite, pulled pork sundae. You hungry yet? Well, check out our website at annandthepigs.com to find out where our truck is located next. And if you miss our truck, don't worry, you can cater with us year-round by using our website as well. Ann and the Pigs, bringing tasty where it's needed.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
Being aligned with the Better Homes and Gardens brand brings with it a unique approach to identifying, marketing, in servicing distinctive homes. We know that your experience while buying and selling your home is as important as the homes being bought and sold. That's why our affiliated agents are passionate about personalizing every part of your real estate experience to ensure that every moment is distinctive.
Welcome back to Knightline Live. And there's something I want to say before we move on to our next section. Thursday night at Monrovia High School, a good friend of mine and referee, and I'm not going to mention the name because it's still a little bit of out there, people being notified and so forth. But our deepest condolences to the family. He had a heart attack in the second quarter of the varsity game and passed away. And so from everybody here at Northeastern Knights Broadcasting Network and Knightline Live, we want to extend our deepest sympathies out to the official. As you remember, don't yell at the refs. It doesn't go anywhere. And it might be the last thing you ever yell or they may ever hear. All right? So with that being said, let's move on. And we're going to be talking some wrestling right now. And Brooklyn, do you ever think about wrestling? We have
For
a girls,
me,
we have a girls
personally?
team, yeah.
Oh. No.
Well, that's an honest answer. I appreciate that. So with us tonight is Coach Todd Kroll and also Coach Corey Baker. And gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Well, and you should be happy.
Company excluded.
Hey now. Well, Rick. So let's start off here. The boys, well, actually, the girls started off earlier because their season started earlier, and I believe that their sectional is like
2 weeks
the
away.
second
Yeah.
of January, just coming up. So, how did we get the girls? How did we get that team started? I mean, that's the big question.
So it kind of started last year. I knew that we had Bella Green coming up from 8th grade, and she wanted to continue wrestling, so we had to petition to kind of add that through the school board and the union and stuff like that. And then we just put a call-out meeting. Had quite a few. 6 ended up coming and staying. I've had a pretty good season. So it's kind of been a rat race, just throwing together a season, finding meets we can make it to. One morning we had to drive clear down to Switzerland County to get a meet in.
That's a good haul.
That's a good haul, and
Yes, it is.
The girls are coming along and doing well.
Well, good. Now, the one thing I did understand with Olivia, now she's wrestling on the boys' side.
Yep.
And you can't wrestle the boys and the girls at the same time. It's got to be one or the other. Right. And she's grandfathered in because she had been wrestling with, as the one tier, I guess you want to call it.
She'd competed in a boys sectional prior to girls
Yeah.
wrestling becoming a sport. So
Yeah.
she has the option to continue the rest of her high school career wrestling in the boys division. And we think that for the long term for her that was the option she wanted to do, and that was a good option.
When they made them do that, Olivia's class was the last class. At that time, there was 4 girls in Indiana that chose to wrestle boys. Everybody else went to wrestle the girls. 2 of them graduated last year.
Yes.
Then we have 2, one that's up in Lafayette, and then Olivia that are still wrestling the boys. And when they made that decision, they came back and said, well, if they make this call, they have to do it the remainder of their career.
Well, and I think that's only fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that makes for a good decision, rather than not letting them float back and forth and so forth with that. Brooklyn, you got any questions here?
So your last meet, right? Where was your last meet? Was that the far?
We just wrestled at Richmond actually this last
Yeah.
Saturday. Both boys and girls that were there. Richmond's got set up now where they are going to run it simultaneously. The girls had an individual tournament, so they each went on their own merit there, and then the boys had a team tournament, wrestled 3 separate boys matches there as well. So I mean, both teams have continued to exceed our expectations. Boys, this is only the second meet we've had for the boys. We had our home meet on Wednesday that you guys were there for, and then the Tom Hill at Richmond. And very young team. We graduated 9 seniors last year. Didn't know what we were going to get when we threw out a call-out meeting this year, but we've got 15 boys total on the roster. So young, but a lot of potential and some good, solid veteran leaders and anchors on the team as well. And then the girls, Bella Green got second in the girls division. Bailey White got third.
I think so.
And but still strong performances all the way around from the girls. So.
Well, and what about how the boys end up doing then?
So Saturday they ended up going 2-1. Typically, due to weather, some teams backed out. So we only got to wrestle 3 meets or 3 duels, but wrestled some really strong teams. Monroe Central beat us last year, and we were able to come back and beat them this year, even with the young team, which was huge. Wrestled Union County, beat them, and then Richmond was a little rushed the way they ran that last duel, but we ended up losing to Richmond. But I think we'll get them later in the season.
Well, yeah, you guys do wrestle them head to head, don't you?
Right.
Later in the season, that should be a good match. We had Coach
Whistle
in here the other night, and very intense. I don't know if you watched it or not, but I mean, a lot of great things to say about how to get if you're an athlete, you need to watch it, because I mean, it tells you how to get your focus. I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, wow, this is some really good stuff. But at the Wapahani and Lincoln match, one thing I did notice, which I was very surprised, is how low of amount of wrestlers that Wapahani had. They've been a pretty good wrestling school, in the past few years and so forth in the past. And are we seeing numbers issues at some of the other places, the schools? I know it's young in the year, but you saw quite a few schools at Richmond. Were they able to field full teams, or are they?
It's always a challenge with wrestling, especially this day and age with how many sports we have, and clubs we also offer, which is great. I'm glad we have all the things we do. But it's just like with anything. We've had years where we had 7 or 8 wrestlers, and then we've been lucky the last few years. It ebbs and flows. When you get to a point where we have a good elementary program, a solid junior high coach, that contributes a lot. Sometimes you just get in between those times. And, Selma's not such a different area than we are, where they're going to go through the same things. So,
Good. You got something? I knew you do.
What?
Go ahead, ask your question. You've been dying to ask this.
So, with sectionals coming up, what are you looking for your team? Like, how can they improve, and what are your plans leading up?
The big thing with the girls' team and coming into sectionals is we're still working on basics. Only one of them has wrestled before. Well, I guess Bailey's wrestled before, but it's been years. So just reinforcing the basics, mentally getting them ready. I know some of them is always worried about the competition or who they're going to wrestle, but mentally just getting them ready to go out and wrestle their match and compete the best they can.
There's a lot of nerves with the girls, with it being new for a lot of them. Just really want to get to the point where they remember this is fun.
Well, and that's the whole thing. If you're not enjoying yourself, then it becomes a job. Mm-hmm. And we don't want it to be a job. We want it to be fun. The kids have fun. This should be something that they do to grow.
And I think our girls team really does. I've been blown away this year by the way that team. I don't know if socially those girls are friends outside of the wrestling team or anything, but the way they support each other and the way they act at meets is what I've been trying to get our boys team to do in the 12 years I've been here. It's really awesome to see with our girls team. It seems like they're having fun, and we're enjoying the heck out of it.
Well, I think, speaking on the boys' side of things, I think that you're having some, what I want to say is some pleasant surprises with some of the young men that I watched the other night, and I was like, whoa, what where did it, like Miller, for instance, Vanden Miller. Mm-hmm. I was like, whoa, where did this come from?
I had a coach on Saturday come up to me after Vanden wrestled and said, where did that kid transfer in from?
Yeah.
I said that he wrestled for us last year, and He was very good last year.
Yeah.
It's taking nothing away from Vanden. Vanden has put in a lot of time and effort, and Vanden's determined, and it shows every time he steps out on the mat.
He wrestled last year. He did a good job. But this year, it sort of just like jumps out at you. You go, whoa, what's this? And you've got several other wrestlers in the same boat as that.
Jackson and Vanden both put in a lot of work this
Yep.
summer, traveling together, practicing very frequently. Whenever Caleb would come back to town, they'd get with him and practice. They just put in the work, and putting in that work shows the leaps and bounds that it makes.
Well, and like anything else, you got to have work. If you don't work at it, you're going to be average at best with it and all that. So, what do you got coming up on the boys' side as far as matches? And
Wednesday, we travel to Elwood, pretty good little haul. And then Saturday, we're at Newcastle. Have five dual meets over there. So,
and well, that Newcastle one is usually something that sits back and you go, okay, here's where we stand early in the season.
Yeah, there will be some challenges there for sure,
Yeah.
but it's always good to see. And then the girls wrestle Invitational at Centerville on Wednesday, so we're going to be splitting up to do divided duty that night.
Oh my goodness! So, is the Centerville just a one-on-one?
No, it's an invitational. I'm not
it's a
sure what teams are
tournament.
there, and it's
Really?
been kind of fluid with the girls' season anyway, which is fine. Everyone's just trying to get matches. But
Yeah.
a lot of the girls' teams aren't full. I mean, a lot of them run very similar to us, where they may have one girl, they may have 8 girls. It's anywhere in between. So a dual meet really doesn't work. So they try and have invites where they throw them in brackets, or they've even done Madison brackets where they divide them up so close to weights and 5 of them and let them wrestle in a round robin type thing.
I like
So-
that. That's great. It's good that the schools are doing some things to get the girls wrestling going.
Yep.
Brooklyn, what you got for me? Anything?
We just want to wish you best of luck. I think.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we do. From our sincere hearts, even though you claim company, I guess, isn't the greatest. here, but whatever.
I was definitely speaking about Jerry Middleton.
Okay, if we're going to go there. So, do you guys need a lightweight for the girls? Because I got one right here.
There's definitely roster spots still to be filled.
See? There you go, Brooklyn.
Not my cup of tea. You guys are doing great.
Oh, well, let's talk about a couple other things here. How difficult, now you got a full team this year, right?
Pretty close. We're
all
still
the-
waiting on a couple weights to see where they fall. It's early in the season. Kids haven't exactly got to where their wrestling weight is yet.
And that brings up to another point. They got to have so many weigh-ins. Now, is that for weight that they don't want to see them drop a ton of pounds or up a ton of pounds? Is that pretty much what that is?
That's part of it. There's a very precise weight management thing that Todd and our athletic trainer work together on, where we enter all the weights to make sure they're not losing too much in a given time. The amount of weigh-ins they have to get certified really, I think, also is to make sure that someone just doesn't make their decision at the last week of the season to where they're going to go. And yeah, that's about it.
So if they're wrestling a weight, we do fat and hydration testing. Guys and girls are allowed to get to different body fat percentages, but wherever they are, they're allowed to lose 1.5% a week. And then if you want day to day, so if they weighed in Saturday, now they're only allowed to lose a portion of that between Wednesday. So if they lose more than that, then that's not a certified weigh-in. So you got to watch that. If they lose too much, make sure they drink some water.
Basically, Todd and I's text chain is him saying, Vanden weighed this on Saturday. What can he weigh on Wednesday?
Right. And Corey responds, ChatGPT says.
ChatGPT told me.
It amazes me when we talk about the weight, and talking with Heather last year when she was on, and she was talking about, the strict eating diets and water management and just all that. I mean, it's intense of what they have to do to maintain that level of stuff. I know Ben Whistle was on, and he said the guy that beat him in the state finals, Ben said he gained weight. So he'd have to wrestle that guy again just so he could beat him. And then he got beat in the semifinals, and Ben was all disappointed. And he still won the state, and, he was disappointed because he didn't get to beat that guy. So that's an interesting. So speaking of Heather, she's wrestling at McKendree, which is now. Do they in wrestling? Because I know in volleyball, it's like men's volleyball, it's one class.
Right.
So is the women's, is it different classes?
So they have two classes, basically. They have NAI, and then they have Division 1, 2, and 3 are all in one class. So when they go to nationals, and they also have club, another nationals just for club. So right now she goes to McKendree, which is Division 2, but they compete against Division 1, 2, or 3, and throughout the season they really compete against everybody. She's currently ranked 4th, I think, in the nation as a freshman. Has wrestled pretty good. I mean, some of it's transitioning. She has a phenomenal team. Right now, I think they're seeded number 2 in the nation. Only a couple, I think the last coaches poll, they were about 5 points behind Iowa for nationals.
When I saw they're undefeated.
Yeah.
And if you're undefeated, you're pretty good.
They're undefeated. Their wins are pretty telling too. If you look at those
I
scores.
looked at some of them. Some of them only given up 1 to 5 points.
If you look at their roster, the girls that are just the 2 weight classes above Heather are both also top-ranked wrestlers, very accomplished wrestlers. The team is very solid. I think she made a great choice where she went.
There's, and I haven't counted them, but I'm going to say there's probably at least 8, maybe 10 girls on her team that all have won world medals sometime through their career. Some of them multiples.
That's pretty impressive.
Right.
On that, very impressive, and we're putting in the work, and that's what happens. Brooklyn, you got a final question here? Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
Yeah, you do. So, Corey, how has it been that you went from the head coach to assistant coach?
They just keep pulling me back in. No, so I was head coach. I think 2014 was my first year till 2 years ago. I have a 5 and a 3-year-old now. At the time they were 3 and 1. It just was time that I didn't put all the same hours in. But Todd and I had been coaching together for 5 years, probably at that point. We work very well together. We understand each other. So he asked if I'd stick around. I've been happy to. Just really, I try to be the Swiss Army knife. What he needs is what I'm going to do. I can't be there every day. I'm not the main guy, and that's fine. And when he needs someone to jump on the bus and come on over, I try to be there for him. So.
And the question to you, Todd, you went from the assistant coach to the head coach. What was that change like?
I probably would prefer to say assistant coach, but
the guy before him didn't leave a great groundwork for it.
I heard those rumors. I didn't want to throw it out there.
We've been very lucky that we also have Ryan Hartman coaching with us.
Yes.
So we've kept the same staff intact for the last 4 years, and we really just are all guys that are on the same page. And I think that's the biggest thing. No matter who's there or who's going where, we kind of have the same message and the same idea.
Well, I know that when we talk to a lot of the other coaches, everybody always is the same thing. Our staff is here. It's been consistent. And when you have consistency, then it remains consistent throughout the time frame, and everybody understands what you want to do and how you want to do it, and when you want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, do we have any more home matches for the boys? Or about the girls?
we won't have any home meets for the girls. Maybe in years to come, but just not quite yet. Boys, we should have 4 more home duels.
Okay.
They'll be spread out. One will be against Shenandoah. One's against Richmond. Union City. Is that it? Will be our home duels.
Yes, because we're going to Elwood on
Yeah, we're
Wednesday.
going to Elwood. The other one.
Well, I think if all works out, we will try to do that Richmond duel. That would be the good
Will
one
that
to
be
do.
home or that'd be away? That one may be away. You guys could still do it.
Union City might be a good one. That might be senior night.
Right.
Okay. We'll figure out one more
Yeah.
to do this year. Usually we try to do 2.
I'll let you try to get on the calendar.
Yeah, we'll have your people call Rick, and he'll schedule you on there, and we'll get it set up. It's always good doing the wrestling. It's always fun, and seeing some things, and also with all of our expert commentary that we have. With
Yes,
Mr.
from Dwayne White, not
Dwayne
from Jerry
Wright,
Middleton.
not from me. I'll guarantee you that. And
we'll make sure we have a working PA system for Rick next time.
yes, that would help. So, I think that's about it. We've been about 20 minutes here. So, congratulations on where you guys are right now. I think you're in a good spot for things down the road. And good luck. And this is our last show of the year. So have a good Christmas and happy holidays. Don't eat too much. I won't.
Right.
Now, Brooklyn, on the other hand, from what I've heard, she'll put a whole turkey away on herself.
See, that's where you're wrong. I don't even like turkey,
You
so
don't
I don't
like-
know where you're getting your.
Well, it's inside information. I won't mention Rick Fletcher's name. But anyway, so we'll take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll be talking a little bit of, we're going to go to commercial. We'll come back, and we got a couple video here of Vaden. He was the Subway wrestler of the game.
Vanden.
I should know that. I've seen him. We'll be right back after these messages and watch the Knightline Live.
In this market, finding a home you love and actually closing the deal is a cause for celebration. And it all starts with a competitive edge from First Financial Bank. We'll get you pre-qualified fast so you can get your offer in first. We even offer programs with low down payment options and reduced closing costs. Plus, our friendly local team is always here to help. A bank that's ready to help you find a home and a reason to celebrate, however you choose to. That's First.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
So I recommend Dr. Johnson all the time over the years. Many people have come to Dr. Johnson for my recommendations. And if people live 50 miles away and they tell us they have this problem and they're going to have an operation, we say, no, go see our chiropractor, Dr. Johnson.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASC certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
L&S Lumber Hardware and Supplies in Greensfork. Walk into what a hardware store should be. Filled with Valspar paint, Red Ryder wagons, generators, Old Milwaukee Power Tools, and DeWalt Power Tools. Animal feed, lawn and garden supplies. Make sure you ask about our pole barn packages, L&S lumber, hardware and supplies in Greens Fork.
We would love to invite you to Life Spring Students, our youth group at Life Spring Church that is just south of Northeastern on 27. We meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. You can grab some pizza or a snack from our cafe and then hang out with your friends until 7 p.m. At 7, our student band leads us in some worship through music, and we have a lesson from God's Word, the Bible. We then split into small groups based on grade and gender to apply what we have learned and pray with one another. Find out more at lifespring.tv/students.
Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle. Maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. And last week, they wrestled Wapahani and beat Wapahani, and also Lincoln. Lincoln had 6 wrestlers, so the amount of forfeits and so forth that you take, obviously you're going to win that match also. So we were talking that maybe you might think about wrestling.
That was last week's topic.
That's last week's topic. So, but you were talking about that when you, Olivia and Heather, that running in the rain because they had to lose 2 pounds or something like that.
It was the day after a meet too.
Day after meet?
Yeah, we had a cross country meet, and they were not. They love wrestling, but they were not in the mood for that.
Well, that's great, and you are getting ready for Christmas, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your Grinch socks on.
I do.
And you did not get those from McDonald's, as the McDonald's having their Grinch pack. All right. Well, we had Rick had an opportunity to talk to Vanden Miller after the Wapahani match, and let's go and see what Vanden had to say.
I'm with sophomore, is that right? Yes, sophomore Vanden Miller. All right, first thing I want to ask you, I ask this to all the wrestlers, Vanden, how long have you been wrestling?
Well, I started my 6th grade year, so about 4 years.
All right, what keeps you going? All right, I mean, it looks like you are into it tonight, so tell me what keeps it going here for you personally.
My personal motivation is to just get better every day. Starting from where I was in 6th grade, I noticed so much improvement just in that 1 year alone I wrestled.
Yeah.
And that's just enough motivation to keep me going.
Yeah.
It's just, in my opinion, the funnest sport in the world.
Yeah, it is a great sport. A lot of people who don't understand wrestling, okay, they got to get out to a match and come out and see you guys. All right, you have goals as a team and goals as an individual. Let's talk about your individual goals. What do you see yourself going? Now, obviously, you want to get out of the sectional, get out of the regional, semi-state. Love to go to that state final to get down there for that experience. So what is some goals that you've set for yourself this year? Come on in here just a little bit here.
Right.
You're good.
My short-term goal for this year, just so far, is to place first at our regional tournament.
Okay.
My long-term goal is to make podium at semi-state and qualify for state wrestling.
That would be awesome. You know, it'd be a great experience. We've had some wrestlers here in the past do that. That would be an awesome experience. So I want to tell you, I don't know if you ever watch our show on Monday Night Knightline, but Ben Whistle was on. He was an All-American wrestler at Purdue. I would suggest go watch that interview with him, and maybe mentally that will help you get there. You're in the 138 weight class. Is that correct? Will you be there the whole year, or do you go down every once in a while? How does that work?
So far, at the end of the year, I'm going to wrestle at 132.
132.
Once we start getting into the tournaments,
yeah,
and later in the season, I can get all this extra fat weight off.
Fat? I'm not seeing any fat, man.
Hey, 12%. I gotta get down to 7.
Oh, there's room to shed, right? Room to shed. All right, that was sophomore Vanden Miller. He is our Subway Wrestler of the Meet. Vanden, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You did a great job.
We are back at Knightline Live, and so we're going to go out of order here just a tad bit. Girls basketball did not have a game last week.
Nope.
I mean, weather's weather, and everything got canceled or postponed, I should say.
Yeah, they didn't have a game last week, and then their game that was supposed to be tonight is postponed. So.
Yeah, tonight was supposed to be postponed. Now, the Mississinawa Valley game, which is supposed to be tonight, has been rescheduled at Mississinawa Valley still on the 22nd of December. So that'd be a week from tonight. We'll be playing up there. And then also Wednesday, Hagerstown comes to town, and we'll have that game on the Northeastern live streams here, and that will be Rick and myself on that call, that game. And then Saturday, Anderson Indians come to town, and at this point in time, it will be me and Brooklyn on the call of that game, and we'll get those the links sent out. Then the tournament is here on the 29th and the 30th. Let me talk about a little bit about that tournament.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there are some high-powered girls basketball teams. Now, if you like girls basketball, you definitely want to see this. I mean, we're taking on South Knox, I believe it is.
Yeah, we got some competition coming.
And they're one of the top 5 teams right now, and depending on what poll you look at. And then you got a lot of the other teams in there are just flipping powerhouses.
Yeah.
And there's no weak sisters of the poor in this tournament whatsoever.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be 2 good days of basketball, and we'll be bringing every game of the tournament. We'll be live streaming, so if you're going to be in Florida for over the holidays or something, or Santa brings you, well, like Jerry Kiesling, a 1,800-inch TV, you can sit there on the back porch and watch the ball games, all the ball games, or if you're in Florida or wherever you are, anywhere around the world, you can watch the ball games.
Yep.
And with that, so that's where we are right now with the girls basketball, and we'll come back and talk about boys basketball right after these messages on the Knights Broadcasting Network.
When it comes to your home, you don't just want the job done, you want it done right. At Nate Lee Remodel and Restoration, we believe your space deserves craftsmanship you can trust at a price that makes sense.
From remodeling and restoration to custom trim work, interior painting, interior and exterior doors, or even that deck you've always wanted, every project is handled with care, attention to detail, and a personal touch. Call Nate Lee Remodel and Restoration, where quality meets character.
Holistic financial services and professional advice to help you manage and preserve your assets. Welcome to Private Wealth Management at Old National. Here, we provide financial planning and investment strategies from Old National Wealth Advisors and premier banking services from Old National Private Banking to help you plan for and tackle your broader financial needs. It's time to explore Private Wealth Management at Old National. Learn more at oldnational.com/private.
Your school helps shape the person you become, opening your mind to new ideas and belonging to a community. Whether it's earning an advanced degree, joining the FFA, pushing your health and wellness, playing in the band, or playing on the field. It's a safe place where everyone knows your name, and a kid can be a kid. The halls of today filled with the leaders of tomorrow. Northeastern.
You've had a hard day at work, and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, here's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app and curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. And Brooklyn, boys basketball traveled to Eastern Hancock on, last week. And, the results wasn't good.
I mean, that team, we're just a work in progress right now. In Rick's words, that's what he would say right now if he was up here. And, I mean, we lost a lot of our bigs. Those guys are hard to replace. And
I mean, you're right. You lost White, you've lost Faust, you've lost Hartman, Kircher, and I can go on. And and we were having 3 bigs on the floor all the time in the past, and now we're down to 1. I mean, I'm talking Husky big.
Yeah, Cooper.
And Cooper. And that takes a toll.
Yeah.
Especially if you get in foul trouble or anything like that. So that's hard. So the Knights have had to really change their whole game plan of attack.
Mm-hmm.
More of a guard-oriented perimeter shooting, 84-foot defense, stuff like that. And you played a little basketball, and you know how that is. You play 84-foot defense, you're generally what? Tired.
Yeah,
you're wore out at the end of the day.
Especially if you're more guard focused. I mean, your guards are just having to run back and forth and getting subs in.
And that's very hard. So hopefully the Knights will get the ship righted here, and I'm sure that Coach Ross and the rest of them will get the ship righted. I mean, normally they do. Upcoming this week, Friday, we have a home boys basketball game, which is I think that's with Shenandoah.
Yep.
And so Rick and Don Beatty will have the call of that game. And my kids are all coming into town. So I'll get to see Sasha. She lives in Phoenix. And Lexi lives in Raleigh. And Seth, well, he's all over the place flying. So, but it's going to be great to have all the kids home at once. And then 12/23, the 23rd, is the makeup game at Monroe Central. And for that, regular times. Also, I do want to bring up that the girls basketball game against Monroe Central will not be rescheduled. Instead, they are going to play one game against Hauser sometime like the 23rd, or not 23rd, 26th, 27th, before the tournament that they host here. So somewhere around in there, they're going to play one game down there in that tournament to help them out. I think they had a team drop out, and so they're trying to get some separate teams to come in and play. So that'll work there. Now, Brooklyn, what I want you to do, and we're all running a little early here for once, which that never happens. So how do you think our executive producer did tonight?
I know, he's back there at the beginning. Let me tell you, he was shaking in his boots. Rick was pretty nervous.
Pretty nervous
you
back
did
there.
great. Oh, he's giving me the thumbs up.
He's giving the thumbs up now. He did a fantastic job stepping in. We had a little sickness tonight of our normal crew here, and in fact, tonight would have been a first for us.
Really?
Yes. We were going to have Knightline live at 7 o'clock on Facebook and YouTube. And then on the Knights Broadcasting Network, we were going to have the Winter Band concert tonight.
Yep.
We were going to do both, which has been the first time in history we've done two events at once. We have the equipment to do it, and we're going to do it. And then Mother Nature said, no, we're not doing that tonight. So we had to cancel out of the band, but we will try to catch that. And they said they're going to try to make it up after the first of the year, as soon as we can find a spot. And so we'll try to have that band concert for you.
That weather's really ripping us up one side and down the other. I mean, we have nothing to talk to you about.
Well, it's the weather has been ugly. And I haven't heard anything yet if we're going to be on a delay tomorrow. Wouldn't surprise me if we were, because the county roads, they're still froze. Now, Rick back there, he's giving me the old like that. Of course, when Rick, from being up in the New England area up there, this isn't snow. He used to walk uphill both ways with nothing but duct tape and a cardboard shoebox. And
he had like half a sock, and who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Why don't you ask him about it?
Well, you can't, a Patriots fan, after the week they lost, you just can't talk to them. They're in total denial right now.
Yeah.
But, I watched that Bills game, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I said, I bet Rick is losing his mind. Yelling at the TV. But anyway, so this is the last show of the year. We're going to come back, and it'll be January the 12th, which will be our next show. So it's going to be a little time there. So we just like to tell everybody out there to have a safe holiday. We'd like for you to tune back in on the 12th of January, and a Merry Christmas. Be on the good list, not the naughty list. Yeah, something tells me.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm looking at you.
Looking at Cole coming down the chute. So anyway, be great, and we'll see you probably at school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sometime. And Brooklyn's going to start doing some stuff with us, and more and more and more. And hopefully we can get her involved more and get some more of the students involved in this. So for everybody at Knights Broadcasting Network, Knightline Live, we wish you a very, very